Welcome to this episode of Glass with a Class. I'm June Anderson, and I'm glad you're here as we take a look at Jadite. You'll see this product spelled Jadite, Jadite, or Jadite. And apparently all three spellings are acceptable, depending on who you ask. I think it also depends on the company that produced it. Jadite is a lovely green milk glass that was made by several glass companies in the early to mid-20th century. McKee Glass began their line of Jadite in 1930, and they called it Skokie Green. Jeanette Glass Company began making it in 1932. I understand that they were the ones who came up with the name Jadite. In the mid-1940s, Anchor Hocking began their production of these beautiful products. There are reproductions being made today, but thankfully some of them are incorporating design elements that separate them from the Depression-era productions. McKee and Jeanette created pieces that contain some uranium, so they glow under UV light. Also, Jadite didn't come in just tableware. It also came in kitchenware. For instance, juice squeezers, which some people call reamers, spice jars, canisters, vases, measuring cups, and the like. I have here a few of my Jadite pieces to show you. This bowl is my mother's, and many is the time that I've used it to serve some vegetable at a special meal. I like to serve green beans in it. The dark green of the beans pairs well with the soft, light Jadite green. And on the bottom, you probably can't see it, it says Anchor Hocking Fire King Dinnerware, made in USA. I don't think you can see that, but there it is. Here's the little bowl that was my mother's. It's probably called a berry bowl, not sure. Not quite big enough for a cereal bowl. At least not like we eat cereal around here. And the bottom of this one says Fire King, which you probably can't see. This is a mug that I think was also my mother's. I've used it many times to make myself a cup of hot tea with honey. And the bottom says Fire King, Anchor Hocking Fire King. Some of my friends on the social media pages that I watch say you should never put Depression glass in the microwave or dishwasher. I'm sure that's true, but, well, I do both. However, I don't use these pieces often, so I think it's okay. Now that you've seen these examples of Jadite, some of you are probably saying, "Oh, I've seen that before. I just didn't know it was called Jadite." Well, now you know. I just love it. Well, there's a lot more that could be said about this lovely color of Depression glass, but in order to keep the video as close to 5 minutes as promised in our very first episode, we'll just have to let you search it out on your own. Or maybe it'll show up on a future video. On the class portion of today's Glass with a Class episode, today we're talking about wreck and wreak. We all pretty much know what wreck means. It means to reduce to a ruinous state, like a car wreck or a tornado that wrecks a town, or when a toddler blows through the house. Wreak, on the other hand, means cause, and usually is used with a negative tone. Most times it's used with havoc. You wreak havoc. The main problem with these two words is that people use wreck instead of wreak when they're talking about havoc. People say, "That bull will wreak havoc in the china shop." The proper word here is wreak. That bull will wreak havoc in the china shop. After you wreak, you have on your hands a wreck. When the bull hits the china shop and wreaks havoc, then you have a massive wreck. Wreak is the action of causing disaster, and wreck is the outcome. That should be pretty clear, I hope. Maybe I didn't muddy the water too badly. I found shipwrecked in the Bible. We all know that a shipwreck is a wreck, no matter how the havoc was wreaked on the ship. It's in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 25. 3 times I was beaten with rods, once I was stoned, 3 times I was shipwrecked, a night and a day I have spent in the deep. I also found Wreak in the Bible. It's in Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. See, it is I who created the blacksmith who fans the coals into flame and forges a weapon fit for its work. And it is I who have created the destroyer to wreak havoc. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little video and learned something you can take with you. Come back next time when we'll see more beautiful depression glass. See you then. God bless you and yours. Bye-bye.